Okay, so I've already covered the 4 appearances of Spider-Man's greatest foe, Stegron, before. Len Wein, co-creator of Wolverine, wrote those 4 issues from 1976 to 1977, where Stegron drowned and he survived, and then he drowned again, and that was it for a long time. That is until writer Danny Fingeroth came along. You see, Len Wein, he left Marvel Comics right after these 4 Stegron comics came out, but Danny Fingeroth started his career when they started coming out, and 16 years later, after Stegron's last appearance, Danny brought him back. Spider-Man has the greatest rogues gallery of villains, and a lot of the classic villains would team up from time to time in a group called the Sinister Six. Well, Danny Fingeroth wrote a 4-issue comic series called The Deadly Foes of Spider-Man that featured another team of even more Spidey villains called the Sinister Syndicate. And he followed those comics with another miniseries, The Lethal Foes of Spider-Man, right here. And it's in these 4 issues from 1993, Stegron makes his triumphant return after 16 years. So we've got issue 1, Bring on the Bad Guys. Penciler is Scott McDaniel, inker is Brad Venkata. Don't know who they are, don't care for the artwork. Dr. Octopus is in prison. In the previous miniseries, the Deadly Foes of Spider-Man, the Sinister Syndicate, ended up losing because they fought amongst themselves. In the process, Dr. Octopus has his adamantium arms removed from him. They're stored in a separate place. The worst drawn Peter Parker in history is covering the story. But Dr. Octopus is trying to reestablish his mental link with those adamantium arms. And they are currently in the process of destroying the microchip that allows him to have that mental link. He's feeling pain, he's getting angry, and then we're off to Spider-Man. Back to Doc Ock. Okay, still no luck establishing the mental link, but this character called The Answer is contacted somehow through this mental link, and the Answer is trapped in this ethereal realm, which he can't get back into a corporeal form, but he feels that Dr. Octopus can help him. I guess there is a gun, some kind of a blaster ray, that if they can use that, the Answer can get a body back, and he proposes to help Dr. Octopus get his original adamantium arm, not his original, his newer adamantium arms back, as long as they can get this blaster gun and get him a body back. They're going to try and help each other. You got lots of side characters. This woman named Layla. You've got the Vulture, Boomerang, Rhino, and there's Layla. They're trying to team back up. They want to go after Spider-Man again. Actually, what they want to do is they want to get this blaster ray. I believe Layla either invented it or discovered it, something. So they're all going to go after this blaster ray. So is Dr. Octopus and The Answer. I believe this guy here is the inventor of it. So they capture the guy. They're trying to get the gun, and they get it. So there it is. That's the blaster ray I'm talking about. And I guess it's stored at the same place that Peter Parker is at. He immediately turns into Spider-Man, battles them. They're all fighting. Spidey's fighting them because they're wreaking havoc. They are fighting Spidey because he is in the way of them getting away with this blaster gun right there. The battle continues. This red armored lady, that is the Layla character I mentioned earlier. So they've got the gun. They're getting away. Spidey is chasing them. They end up in Central Park. And they start arguing amongst themselves, of course. There's no teamwork amongst these villains. And they start battling over this gun. Each one of them wants it for their own purposes. And they inadvertently fire a shot off into the woods of Central Park. And it hits this homeless man. This homeless man who has been living here for years, doesn't know who he is. He gets hit by the blaster ray, and guess who it is? Bum, bum, bum. It's Stegron. He's back. The dinosaur man lives again. Issue 2. Hey, Spidey, got dinosaur trouble? You bet. Jurassic. So this is the big prison that Dr. Octopus is trapped in, held in. It's called the Vault. That's where they store the supervillains. This is a horrible splash page. Look at this. The worst, most amateurish, garbage drawing to open the book. Who do you have here? Scott McDaniel, penciler, Brad Venkata, inker again, and they threw in another inker, Frank Turner. Well, guess what, guys? You suck. So here we go. Doc Ock and the Answer still working together, and the other villains out in Central Park that had been battling over this gun, they created Stegron. Stegron comes through the woods, attacks them all. Stegron is way too powerful for them. They can't do anything. He's going to take them all out. Now we switch story over to this character. I don't remember who he is. Maybe it'll come to me as we go along. Oh yes, he is the villain, the Beetle. Oh yeah. He's got his own mission. He needs that blaster ray as well. Here's I believe, the inventor of the blaster ray. Here's another character, that's the Guardian. I seem to remember him being an Iron Man villain. Anyway, somehow he's helping Doc Ock get out of prison, or the vault. And the other villains are back at the Vulture's lair, I guess, as he tinkers on the gun. And here comes the Rhino and Layla. I can't remember her super villain's name. But they're crashing through. Boomerang. So they're all still battling over this gun. Stegron has his own mission. He wants to go revive dinosaurs. Spidey, he heard about Stegron's return. How? I don't know. But as soon as he heard about him returning, he figured, well, he's going to go to the Natural History Museum to try to revive dinosaurs. Because that's what Stegron does. They get right into a battle. This is exciting. And you know what? He's even better now. Because before, Spidey was able to whoop up on Stegron and the lizard and an army of dinosaurs and lizards, giant reptiles, alligators, and all that single-handedly, and then go, drown them, pick up a Christmas tree. It was like nothing for him. But here, Stegron overpowers Spider-Man. Stegron overpowers everybody. I love this return. Thank you, Danny Fingeroth. But the Beetle is putting Stegron in his place. So they create a deal together. They're going to both team up, dispose of Spider-Man. I guess they're going to go after this blaster ray. That's right. Stegron wants the blaster ray too, because with that, he can bring those dinosaurs back to life. Because like I said, that's his thing. Okay, so Dr. Octopus helps the Answer get his corporeal form, battling with the Guardian. Lots of side stories going on. You can see they've switched to the second inker now. Now this inker makes the artwork look like it was done by Jay Lee. This is a vast improvement, so they probably won't keep him around. All right, they all break out. Good. Breaking out of, I guess that's the vault. Looks like a castle. Looks better than this drawing, but it's the same thing. You know what? It's the second inker. He's helping the stuff out. This is kind of cool. I give all credit to the inker. What's his name? Frank Turner. You did a good job, Frank. But look, no backgrounds. Well, I guess they're in the sky. It's okay. Okay, the villains are mulling over. The blaster. Boom. Stegron and the Beetle come in. They're gonna take it. And they've got Spider-Man held captive in the back of their truck. They actually did it. They beat Spider-Man. What happens next? Issue 3. Look out. Here comes the Lethal Foes of Spider-Man. This is the best cover of the run. Love this. David, 93, Brad. Uh-oh. Boy, this is perfect quality. I'm almost afraid to touch this comic. Didn't realize it was in such good quality. So, who are the artists? No credits. Guess we're gonna have to wait a bit. Maybe it's in the back. Looks like Doc Ock is getting his adamantium arms back. Good. He did it. Got his arms back, switched into his old original costume. Pretty cool. Wow. Much better drawing of Spider-Man. This is like Snake Eyes from issue 8 of G.I. Joe. Here we go. Here's some credits. Okay. Oh, that's why. Keith Pollard. This is a good artist. I met him. He's great. And David Bowler is the other penciler, so maybe the art's going to switch at some point. And you get a couple of inkers here. Ian Aiken, Keith Aiken, and Jim Amish. I don't know. A lot of people working on this. This is pretty cool. So the whole team of all the villains have all joined together except these two guys, but they're here on the same page. And you got Spider-Man. This is a great little display here. I like this. So they got to figure out, what do we do? Who gets the use of the gun? Everyone has their own reasons for wanting it. In fact, the Vulture wants it because he feels it's going to help him cure his own cancer that he's dying from. Stegron, of course, wants to reanimate the dinosaur. dinosaurs. Look at that. Takes on the whole team. Oh, you see here? Layla is arguing with Boomerang and goes to shoot him, and he jumps out of the way. She accidentally hits Stegron, and she's scared. Stegron, I'm so... Look, she is petrified because look at that. He takes them all on. Rhino's pretty tough, though. Rhino jumps in, and he's going to go toe-to-toe with Stegron. I don't think he can beat Stegron. I mean, a rhinoceros against a Stegosaurus. It's going to be a good fight, but he's going to lose in the end, I'm sure. They're all joining in. And Spidey, this is his chance to break free. Because that's what Spider-Man does. When he is against all odds, he summons his willpower and is able to overcome whatever obstacle he's in. Draw on all the reserves of his strength. I can see they've switched artists here. It's a different style. Don't like it as much. Everybody's battling each other. Villains battling them against each other. Spider-Man, he's still trying to get back into the fray. He's trying to suit up. Look at this. Stegron and Rhino are now running together. They're chasing after the blaster ray, I believe. Doc Ock coming. Oh, he's got a suit on. And the Answer. Lots of the guardsmen. There's Spider-Man again. Okay, so we got yet another artist trying to do his best Todd McFarlane. Failing miserably. Getting this battle going on. Oh, I'm getting excited. I see a Bumblebee. You know what I think is about to happen? You know who I think is going to join into the fray? Oh, this art is better. I like this. It's pretty cool. Vulture getting away with the blaster gun. Cool little framing device of the feathers. Okay, so she comes up with a good idea. Why don't you cure your cancer and then give us the gun so we can use it for what we want? He goes, hey, that's a great idea. As soon as he agrees to it, she goes, yeah, I'm tricking you. I want it anyways. I don't care about your cancer. And before he can go, what a jerk, Stegron's tail right into the fray. He takes the blaster. He's riding on the back of the Rhino's truck, kind of like Grape Ape and Beagly. This is pretty cool. I'm telling you, something exciting's about to happen again. Oh, look at everybody's battling against each other. Even Doc Ock has now turned on the Answer after they were helping each other. These are why these supervillain teams don't work, because, each one of them can fight Spider-Man and lose, but you put all of them together, Spidey should lose. But he never does because they can't stop fighting each other. But Stegron, he's just too much for everybody. I love this. I mean, he gets hit, but he keeps coming. And now we got this character, Strikeback, who's entered the fray. He's going after Stegron. What a battle. Switched artists again, but look at this. This is all-out action. Spider-Man kicking Doc Ock right in the mouth. That's blood shooting out. But see, he was about to use the blaster, got kicked in the mouth before he could, and the feedback from the blaster knocks them all out. So now what? Swarm! Swarm has entered the story. They teased it with the Bumblebees. Spider-Man's knocked out, and Swarm is floating above him. Oh my gosh. Now I'm ready for the conclusion. Bam! Issue 4. Don't miss the battle-packed final issue of The Lethal Foes of Spider-Man. David 93, Brad. Everybody's on the cover. Except for Swarm. There he is. Look at that. He's unleashing all the bees on Spider-Man while he's unconscious. That sucks. Okay, Stegron and that cyborg guy, whatever his name was, Backblast or Strike Brain or something, whatever. They're battling. Who knows who that guy is? Doc Ock has his arms. She just wants to get out of there. The inventor of the gun, I believe, just always off to the side, kind of lamenting his life or something. Vulture takes off with the gun. Again, Vulture seems to always have his hands on that gun. Strike Eyeball ain't having it. Boom. Shoots the old man right through the neck. Still, all the villains battling each other. Spidey doesn't even need to bother. He can just lay there unconscious. Except for the fact that he's being stung 1 trillion times by bumblebees. They can all battle it out. Now she's got the gun. It just goes back and forth. Uh-oh. Those stings are waking him up. Bees! Swarm. Why am I not surprised? That's cool. Swarm and Stegron together. Man, all-out war. Okay, Doc Ock is back to his lair, still messing with his arms. The Answer's coming for retribution. I don't know why. You got your corporeal body. Go off, do your thing. But these villains can never let it go. Back to the fray, and the blaster goes off, and it actually disintegrates Swarm. Did you know that under those bees was a skeleton? I thought it was just bees formed together in a humanoid shape, like they showed on the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon. Huh. Did he kill him? Did he kill Swarm? Whose skeleton is that under? Gosh. That's not the Swarm I remember. Back to these dudes. Battle continues. Commissioner Gordon character comes in. Just gonna hold a gun on him like that's gonna work. Why are you bothering with these guys? They don't have the blaster. Okay, back to Stegron and the Punisher? The Terminator? Whatever. Oh, he manages to knock Stegron out. I guess that guy's kind of tough. But Spidey comes in, webs his face, takes him out, takes the gun away from Layla, or whatever her name is, and escapes off with it. Not very far. What are they doing? Dancing in the sky? Nope, they teleport away. And that's it. He's got the gun. They teleported away. They did. He's still got the gun, and they're gone. Okay. I don't know where the gun went. I guess he just dropped it. Everyone else is knocked unconscious. I guess Swarm is dead, but that's how it ended. David Bowler is the penciler, Vancata is the inker, and Amash, and DiCarlo, and Aiken, The two Aikens are spelled differently. Anyways, you could tell the art was changing on a page-by-page basis. So that's the way it had to end. Spider-Man stands triumphant. He has captured that blaster ray against all the villains. They've all been taken out. The danger is over with, and he's ready to move on with the next storyline. After these 4 issues, Danny Fingeroth resigned. But Stegron would return again in a few years, and we'll cover that storyline soon. Until next time.